All right, Mike, thank you. Turning now to developing news this morning. Firefighters are treating hot spots at the Old Star Pin Factory on Canal Street, which is just north of the Derby-Shelton Bridge. There was a big fire there late last night. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Carolina Cruz is live from the scene this morning with the latest on what's happening. Still a lot of firefighters there, Carolina.
At the height of this, they had more than 100 firefighters here. And right now things are dwindling down a little bit, but they're going to be here for most of the day because this was a really stubborn fire. At one point, all 6 of the floors on this more than 100-year-old vacant building were burning. Most of it, the fire, when they got several 911 calls, it was burning on the side of the river because the Housatonic River is just right behind this old factory building. And because it went up in flames so fast, they went for a defensive attack since it is abandoned, it is vacant. At one point, they had embers flying through different areas. So at one point, this building right here, it's an old Apex building. Now it's a multi-use building, so it is occupied. It started burning. They were treating a fire there, and then they were also treating another fire that was going on the other side. At one point, they had 4 different fires that they were treating, and I'm joined here with the fire chief, Shelton Fire Chief Jones III, and you were mentioning that in addition to this fire, you guys were also responding to at least 5 other calls.
Yes, throughout the evening, there was an additional 5 other calls within the city of Shelton that Shelton and mutual aid departments handled, in addition to the 3 buildings on fire here.
And you said this building burned really fast. It's old, the structure, is a little compromised, so you didn't want anybody to get hurt.
Correct. We had a pre-fire incident plan for this building. It was a dilapidated building. It's about 135 years old. It was in very poor condition. Initial units did a quick 360 to make sure there was no people in immediate need of rescue, and immediately went defensive. And we have a lot of other large factory buildings and residential apartments that we had to take care of for exposure control due to embers.
And a bright note to this story is that nobody's hurt.
Correct. No injuries to civilians or firefighters.
And they also got pizza. You guys had support from the local community that brought you food.
The local community was tremendous. Echo Hose Volunteer Ambulance Corps, along with our auxiliary, ladies auxiliary from the Echo Hose Ambulance, and some of the other auxiliaries from the surrounding towns came together. They brought about 100 pizzas, coffee, all sorts of stuff to keep the firefighters fed and nourished throughout the incident.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So we are going to check back in with you, Caitlin, coming up in our next half hour just to see how things are going. Thank you so much, Chief. And we'll check back in with you. But for now, reporting in Shelton, I'm Carolina Cruz, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.